Hi, we're Brian and Natalie, and welcome to our Basecamp barn project. In this episode, while we wait on our building permits, we're going to continue working on the shed. So come on, let's screw on some ZipR sheathing. We ordered zip system stuff, and it came in late yesterday, so we picked it up this morning, being a Tuesday morning. It's all ZipR, so it's got roughly 1/2 inch plywood and a 1 inch foam core, and it's got this coating on it that's weatherproof, and then we tape all the seams so it's absolutely sealed up from air. And so we got 2 pieces put up just to help see how it would go. So this is what it looks like on the inside. This one's going to go this way. This one's going this way on this wall. And this is what it looks like on the outside. And they're all sealed up to the corners, so you see how this corner is working. So we'll tape this whole corner and it'll be sealed up and insulated. And so basically what it's doing is isolating all of the 2x4s from being part of the insulating value. And so on a house, this is very much like putting on a raincoat with a layer of insulation inside of it. And then on a house you would then go and put in, some normal insulation inside of here, but it isolates all the lumber. So the only thing that's contacting from the outside through would be, essentially the screws. They're the only ones that are penetrating and taking what little bit of energy that they've got going through into the wood. So it's a very easy system. I don't have to put a house wrap on. I don't have to put any insulation in this anyway. We're just gonna do this in this shed, and I think it's going to be a really good, lightly insulated shed. I may end up putting another layer of something on the roof, but this is all going to go all the way up to the roof and all the way up, and it's going to have the same corner detail as we had out here on this corner up there on the corner of the roof. So it will physically all be sealed up and 100% vapor proof, 100% waterproof, and 100% bug proof. This isn't your ordinary shed build. My plan here is to construct this shed even better than a typical house. The idea is to use this shed as a test shed, so to speak, to test out some different construction materials, different building practices, and even exterior colors and features to see if that is really what we want to have our barn and future farmhouse look like. It's all about controlling the air and water, both inside and outside of the house. The first layer will control the air and moisture. That's what we'll be doing today. We're going to seal up the structure using ZipR sheathing and zip tape. When used correctly, these products will completely seal both air and water in the structure. This isn't the external siding. That will be installed later and use a technique called rain shield. The roof too will be installed a bit differently. It'll use a technique called cold roof. I realize the shed has a garage door, but I also have a few tricks up my sleeve to get that door sealed up too. We've made good progress yesterday. We got just about all the walls done. Got a few spots up here and over here that just need to be trimmed out with scraps. So we're getting prepared to do the roof. It's all gone up really good. I'm real happy. So far the building seems to be pretty straight and pretty square. I haven't seen anything terribly screwy, so I'm really happy with the progress so far. This zip stuff cuts reasonably well with a skill saw, you know, and a straight edge, so it does a pretty good job cutting. It goes up. You just can't nail the screws in really hard because it's only 1/2 inch particle board. But I'm hoping to get the roof on and we can start taping, because we're expecting a little bit of rain this evening. All the walls in here are going to exist the way they are. I'm not going to paint them. Well, I might paint them, but we're not going to put insulation or nothing on the inside. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Kind of cool, kind of white, so it's bright in here. I don't know how this paints. I wonder if it paints okay. I don't know. It's kind of a paperish, fiberish kind of skin. Once we get the roof on and we get taped up, I'm gonna come back in here and put in some pieces here so that we can cover up these seams and fill it in and screw them down properly. And then that'll be it for the sheathing. Do a little rough electrical. We're gonna put in a couple outlets and some lights and stuff. So that's that. I gotta do the detail on the outside of the roof when we get there to put in the soffits. That'll be fun, but we need to get it all zipped together so that at least it's weatherproof if it rains. So that's the project for today. Finish up the roof. We got a little rainstorm here, so I wanted to see the roof, so I'm gonna put the camera on a stick and we'll see what it looks like up top, as I got the top all finished and sealed around the perimeter. I've got no more tape. I used up 4 rolls of this tape already, and I still have 3 corners to do, a couple seams to do, but I got the whole roof done. I ran out of the zip tape Friday afternoon, naturally, so I had to go into the store this morning to get some more zip tape. So theoretically I am fully taped and fully sheathed and fully taped in. The only thing I have left to do is to tape around this corner here to secure these pieces. But it rains, so I can't do it now. I'll have to do it in the morning. But the garage door, you know, we'll tape around this piece all the way around, so that when we put the decoration on, this piece is fully taped in. And then I have to do my Siga tape on the bottom. But again, I have to be dry for all that to work. But I got all the holes taped, all the drill heads taped. I got a few holes to drill still. There's a few places that need a couple more screws, but not much. We're doing pretty good. I need to start working on the roof, but with all this rain coming here, I'd really like to get these doors set and installed just to keep this inside clear. Yesterday it blew the trash can from inside of here darn near across the way, and a few boxes and a few things in here got blown away. It was just a gale and just happened to be coming in right through this door. But so far so good. Everything looks good on the inside. Everything looks good on the outside. We're getting stuff quoted for our siding. They don't have any of the panels in. It'll be another week before they get panels in. But I probably won't be done with the ceiling or the roof till middle of the week next week anyway, so I don't know. This is where we're at. Let's talk permits. Over the last couple days, we've seen some action. We've had our septic system engineering inspection, we've had our septic system county inspection, and we finally had a driveway inspection. So now that we have our driveway inspected, we have to wait 2 to 3 more weeks to get our address. Once we get an address, then our residential permit will be live and we can start building the barn. But we've been given the okay to cover up the septic and start using it. They got one of them filled in here between rainstorms today. The other one is about halfway full. So it looks so much different now. We've had these dirt piles here for almost a month or more, I think. So it's kind of crazy. Now we can see the property better. That's amazing. They grow stuff with all these rocks, and that's the other thing that's going to happen. Now all the rocks are percolated to the top. So how do you plant grass on top of rocks? I don't really know how to plant grass on top of rocks. We can see the property, and we can in fact see the 3 trees that we planted. We haven't been able to see those pretty much ever since we planted them. Obviously we got okay to bury this because we got permit guy was here this morning, and then we got the driveway permit, so that'll be good. We can officially have a driveway, and we got the permit process for our address is in, so we should have an address in about 2 weeks finally. That'll be good. I'm hoping in 2 weeks we'll be digging a hole right where this string is for a foundation for this barn. We're both hopeful we can get this here project going before winter. Boys will probably be back in the morning to finish up that hole, and hopefully we can move on. That's some pretty good progress. Next episode, we're gonna faux paint the garage doors. We're gonna work on installing our roof and get our siding started with our Versetta stone wainscot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.